Who is Alison Overseth? This woman that is able to leap over buildings in a single bound. Who is this 25th anniversary youth champion, this awardee? I'm glad somebody asked that question because I know. I met Alison while I was proudly served as vice president of the fund for the city of New York. And I was told, and we got some of my colleagues here, and I was told that there was a person from the private sector who was hired, and would you talk to her? Now, you know what I said, y'all know. I met Alison, and I would say about 2.5 minutes into the conversation, I knew that we would be friends, that we would be colleagues, and we have become like brother and sister. I am honored to be able to talk with her, with her staff, to represent the youth development community. Many of my mentees who are now big wigs and big cheeses, I remember them when they were 13, 14, 15. Y'all raise your hand. Don't, yeah, thank you. They got their hand under the table, you know. Alison is able to create on her feet. I remember going into not-for-profits around the business area, around the books, and she never made them feel less than. Even when they presented some of their record keeping on a napkin with some ketchup stains on it, Alison would just look and say, you know, we're going to be able to do better than that. We're going to help you with your accounting systems. And through the DeWitt Wallace program, Dr. Quinn is here. Where you at, Jane? Yeah, we remember. We were able to do just that. But let me bring up this champion, but I just got to say one personal thing. I love you. I respect you. The work that you do, the staff, the way that you treat people, both in front of everybody and behind the scenes, there is no disconnect. That you have been able to do a work, to take an organization, and I'm so happy Michelle is here, an organization PACE started at the Fund for the City of New York, people on the ground playing a little game. We had to step over them. And you were there at the beginning. But this is what I want to tell you, daughter. I am so happy that God allowed our paths to cross. I am so happy that we can always share with a glance that tells the whole story. But what I'm most happy about, Alison, is that you know what it feels like to change lives of children that you will never meet. And to me, that epitomizes what a champion is. So now I'm going to get a little gospel-y, I'm going to get a little Baptist on you. I'm going to ask somebody, is there anybody here that will put those blessed hands together as I call up to the rostrum our leader, our sister, our champion, the one, the only, Alison Overseth. Make some noise! And I just want you to know, I'm from the Boogie Down Bronx.
Even I know that. Oh my goodness. So I used to have a rule that you never speak directly after Alfonso Wyatt. But a few years ago, Alfonso spoke first, and I followed, and things worked out. You see, Alfonso spoke, I said I do, then Ken said I do, and it's led to the happiest time of my life. So that was the man that married us. So now I know it's all good when Alfonso speaks first. And Kenny, I still do. Alfonso, you know how I feel. Thank you. I'm overwhelmed by your words. Thank you. To follow our PASEsetter winners is a humbling moment. To all of you, not just congratulations, but a thank you that is so deep as a citizen of this city that I really can't begin to express it. It's not just the work you do, it's the love you bring, the lives you've changed, and the commitment with what you do. I am overwhelmed, I'm in awe, and I'm grateful. So thank you to the PASEsetter winners. I'm kind of a puddle of gratitude this evening. To the PACE board, your dedication to PACE's mission and your support of all we do is stunning. That you've chosen to honor me with this recognition is deeply meaningful to me. For everything you do to support me and to support PACE, thank you. Shout out to the fabulous PACE staff. You are an all-star team. You're the most amazing and capable professionals, and you do good while having fun. So thank you so much for everything you do. To the New York City community educators, our national colleagues, the advocates who fight for more resources, the corporate and foundation supporters and policymakers, you are generous with your time and your expertise, and the depth of your caring for children is awesome. I'm so honored you are here tonight. PACE is a network, so it may not be surprising that my personal life matches my professional life, and so many from my personal network are here this evening. As any woman leader knows, you have got to have your girlfriends. They've always got your back, they'll tell it like it is, and they can move seamlessly from discussing the finer points of STEM education to the perfect pair of shoes. My girlfriends are here tonight in force. The Chorts, who have been there for me every moment since we graduated college, the Smithy sisters and fellow trustees, the women I bonded with when there were so few of us on Wall Street, women leaders from the after-school field, and my best friend from high school and her daughter, who's also my goddaughter, Lisa. Head up. My sister Tenley is here from Geneva, Switzerland. I am so excited. Tenley, meet my PACE family, Tenley, she's over there. She looks just like me, but she looks like the European version. PACE has always been a focus at the Overseth, Bosian, Durrett household. Ken and I met through our work together at PACE, and he's the finest man I've ever known. Hannah Bosian and Peter Bosian, you and your sister Emily make me proud every day. My stepson Eric and daughter-in-law Emily, I'd love you, Ryan and Scott, even if I hadn't married Ken. It is such a blessing to have this big combined family. I grew up in Michigan, and I was a voracious consumer of after school. I was a brownie, a tutor, a debater. I played flute in orchestra and band, and I was on the diving team. Those experiences were a critical part of my development in my personal life, as a student, and later in the workforce. Our parents gave us so much, but I also had amazing mentors, coaches, conductors, teachers, and counselors who believed in me when I didn't yet believe in myself. After college, I moved to New York for what I thought would be 2 years. What can I say? I fell in love with the city. And then my first child was born, and I saw our city through fresh eyes. Every baby is a universe, right? The potential, the wonder, the beauty, the amazing possibilities in this little bundle. But the world this sweet little person was entering had vast inequities. The disparity of resources and opportunities available to children became frighteningly apparent. And I thought about the well-worn adage, life isn't fair. And it's true, life isn't fair. We all know bad things happen to good people, disease, accidents, natural disaster. But life isn't fair is a pathetic excuse when we use it to avoid dealing with issues we can choose to make fair. There is no reason a child's opportunities to be successful in life should depend on their race, their parents' income, their sexual orientation, or where they are born. So we can choose to make life fair. We can choose to make aspects of life fair. And while it's not easy, the very least we can do is try, and try hard. So I decided to move professionally from Wall Street to the nonprofit world, focusing on strengthening after-school programs for kids living in the poorest neighborhoods of New York City. When some of my colleagues, led by Michelle Cahill, began to form this partnership for after-school education, I was hooked. And I was thrilled to serve as the founding chair of the PACE Board of Directors for 12 years. 8 years ago, the board asked me to take over as executive director. It was during the financial crisis, and the fate of PACE in that challenging fiscal climate was not at all assured. But we weathered the storm by focusing on the needs of children, broadening our network of partners, and emphasizing quality in everything we do. And this has been the best job of my life. I get to work with really smart people on issues I think are really important every day, and we can see the impact. The network that began as 12 executive directors meeting on a monthly basis is now 1,600 after-school agencies strong. The field is rich in expertise, creative in meeting needs of children, and deeply committed to providing the scaffolding every child deserves as they develop. The power of this network to affect change is only just beginning. Researchers, educators, cultural institutions, government leaders, entrepreneurs, doctors, finance folks, lawyers, the intellectual, financial, and experiential resources in this room alone are mind-blowing. PACE will continue to be the connective tissue of this network, finding and developing resources that can benefit children and getting them to those who can use them. Our model is if we raise $2 million a year, we can offer virtually everything we do for free. We pride ourselves on being the least exclusive club in town. If you're working to improve the life of a child, you are welcome at PACE. And we will do whatever we can to help you be more effective. This is the power of the PACE family. The challenges of providing quality after-school programs are real. Resources are always tight. Because you all are so generous to PACE, we are able to take risks and innovate, partner, collaborate, convene, and be a catalyst to change. We are also able to lift up the folks who are doing really hard work and thank them, like tonight. As we enter our next 25 years, PACE will assure more children have the opportunities they need to succeed. As a nimble organization, we'll anticipate emerging trends, develop innovative programs, expand and strengthen our network, strive for systemic change, and we will always invest in the leadership of the after-school field to assure sustainable programs for young people. By the time we celebrate our 30th anniversary, PACE will have served 25,000 more professionals dedicated to providing opportunities to young people in New York City. Just as I did when I gazed at my newborn all those years ago and wanted to do everything I could so she would thrive, All of us at PACE are committed to giving the children of New York City every opportunity to succeed, as should be their birthright. I hope you'll join us. We need you. We really do. To stand here tonight as the 2018 PACE After School Champion is the honor of a lifetime for me. Thank you.